Hey everyone, it's Victor here, and welcome to Scott Trans. Now, this week's topic is being trans in the workplace, and I thought I wouldn't have anything to say about this because I haven't really been in employment in a kind of traditional sense while being out, or indeed at all in my life. I haven't really had a kind of normal job in my life ever. I've been kind of self-employed, and mostly I've earned money from being an actor and editing and doing art, very kind of random things that aren't the kind of traditional workplace scenario. So I haven't really had experience in the kind of social side of a workplace and what it's like being trans, within that. I suppose the closest thing to that I've experienced is being in a crew. And yeah, it can be kind of tough being trans, especially in a community that doesn't really understand. It really depends on the people that you work with. Luckily, the people I've worked with in the past have always been pretty understanding and nice people. The only thing is, I have been misgendered, even by people who are in the same crew as me, working on the same project. That has been an issue. But I suppose that is probably the most common issue that trans people come up against. So I can't really talk about much personal experience, really, because I don't know what it's like to be in full-time employment while you're trans. I really don't know. But I can imagine it's probably extremely difficult. It's much harder than just being cis and people just accepting you for who you are as soon as you walk in the room. In a way, I think it's kind of good I haven't been in full-time employment while being out, because it can be really stressful. I mean, even when I go out in public and I'm going shopping and things like that, just dealing with people every day, that's hard enough for me. But I can only imagine what it must be like being the person behind the counter, like sort of pre-transition. That must be extremely hard. And obviously I can only really speak from that position of being pre-transition. And I'm sure once, you're further down the line and you're being seen as the gender you are and you're being more accepted, I'm sure it's fine and you can just get on with life. But I suppose at this stage it is much, much harder. Just because people aren't seeing you, as who you are. Well, in my case, that's always been the case. I mean, there's some people that are so lucky that, pre-transition or whatever, they can pass and they get on with their life and people don't misgender them. But for me, I've never experienced that. For me, my transition's hopefully going to be my salvation in terms of that. I feel like a lot of my life is just ruled by hoping I don't get misgendered, and I really hope that ends because I kind of want to get on with my life. But yeah, that is sadly the case for a lot of people who are in my position, who haven't started their transition, that they just get misgendered constantly, and that brings you down. So you lose motivation and you lose the kind of will to go out there, make money, live your life, because it brings you down so much. So I'm not sure if that's a problem with society or a problem with not getting help for trans people quick enough, but I really think that people should just be made more aware and educated so that people just don't assume people's gender and just pretend they don't know about trans people, pretend they don't exist, because that's the most damaging thing. If you're stuck in a workplace or in a group of people who just refuse to understand and think that gender is cis people and that's it, and it's also completely binary, that is the damaging thing, and that needs to change. So hopefully in time that will change. But yeah, you'll probably get a better response from everyone else who's done their videos for this week, because I can't really say anything about it personally. But I hope what I have said has struck a chord or helped in some way. Also, I have some very, very exciting personal transition news for you guys. I haven't actually made a video about this on my main channel, so you guys are the first to hear this, but I got my letter from Sandyford to start testosterone. So they've given me like the all clear, and that's given to my doctors. They've got the letter and they're sending off for my Sustanon, which I'll be starting on 125 millisomethings of Sustanon every 3 weeks. So yeah, I was actually like totally in shock. I got the letter yesterday, and like I didn't know what to say, I freaked out, I was so happy. So I'm gonna get my first shot, testosterone shot, next week, either Tuesday or Wednesday. So I'm so ready, and I'm just, I don't know what to say, and I didn't know what to say yesterday, I don't know what to say today. I've actually had trouble speaking in the past couple of days. I don't know if that's just because I haven't had enough sleep, but I can't really use language normally, and I don't know if that's the shock or if I'm just feeling stupid today. But yeah, it's incredibly exciting. So stick around for updates about my transition and my first month of T and all that. I'm sure I'll update on here as well as on my main channel, but check out my main channel and you'll definitely get updates on there. So I will be starting T next week. I still don't believe it. I think it hasn't really set in, and I think that's why I haven't really comprehended it. It's strange. Like, I feel like, is it really happening? I think after I get my shot, I'll realize it's happened, but I actually am kind of in disbelief at the moment. So if I'm acting weird, you know why. It's because I've been waiting so long for this, and it's actually happening, and I don't believe it. So I'm sure some of you guys can relate. But anyway, I'm so sorry about this video. I can't really speak today. I'm really stupid, and I don't know why. I apologize. I'm not very good at coming up with things to say today, but I'm fine. I'm great. I hope all of you are doing well. I promise I'll be more... See, I can't even come up with a word. I promise I'll be more... Oh, I just want to go to bed. I promise I'll be more functional next time. I feel like literally my brain is full of fuzz today, but I needed to make this video, and I'm sorry if it's late as well because my internet has been absolutely rubbish. I have not been able to upload on time, so I'm really sorry if this is late. If not, thank God. At least something went right. But anyway, thank you guys so much for managing to watch all of this video. I don't know how you did it. I don't know how I managed to get to this point. I don't actually remember what I said. And I'll see you next Sunday.